we're good to go. Let's start this stupid thing.
So you know it's picking up on you.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Here we are. We got 2 mics set up.
camera.
Got a camera. Is that camera recording?
No.
Well, what the fuck are you wasting time for, fat boy? Get your shit going.
Let's see. See, it didn't turn on.
Oh, well, battery's probably low on that. A month, 2 months now to get this started. It's kind of low. We can get booster seats later on. Add that up. So I'm Tony. And there goes the camera. Womp, womp, womp. I would screw that one right there.
This one?
Yeah, well, the one that keeps it from...
No, I did. I tightened this one.
So, immediately awkward. Off to a rip-roaring start.
Yeah. Because we have too much time in our hands.
Well, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this?
Because you wanted to. It was your idea.
It was my idea. Was it?
Yeah. And I'm
You're the one who said yes to this.
we
I
should
don't
have
understand.
a format. See what the fuck we should talk about.
You're the one
And
who
you're
said
like,
no
And
format.
you're like, nah, let's just
Hold
fucking
on
wing
now.
it.
I feel like this might be wrong.
Oh, silent. Shut up.
So, Frank, why don't you
Yes,
tell
sir.
everybody a little bit about yourself and your cell phone plan?
I come from my mama, and I like pie.
That's remarkable. Remarkable.
It is.
Why are you doing this? Why did you drive 45 minutes to get here just to set up all this mic and not know what to say?
So I can spend time with you. I
Oh.
want to see your pretty face.
I'm pretty. Now, you're adamant that we are twins. I would like to know if this is based specifically just on our birthdays, or if you have more to go on,
I
because
have more
I've
to
never
go on.
understood that.
Okay, and there's some bullshit about natal birth chart. How fucking all the stars were aligned specifically to tailor to, or not to tailor to, but to create your fucking personality. But then, I mean, like, besides that, fucking when we met, we were both fucking dating fucking Pisces, and they were both fucking...
Was that a thing? Were they really?
Yes, they were!
I feel like my wife now is a Pisces. She is a Pisces. I have a thing for Pisces.
Yes!
Pisci?
That's...
Pisci.
That, maybe.
Pescatarians? Pescatarians.
No, those are people that eat fish.
She does not like fish, funny enough. She's a Pisces that does not
she's
eat.
Not gonna eat herself. It's kind of a...
Well, all fish kind of eat other fish.
Yeah, but they're smaller fish. Other species.
She's
of
a small fish. She's a tiny fish.
It's like if we were to grill gorilla steaks.
I like to eat fish.
Now I want to try gorilla steaks.
Good. I feel like we could run into problems with that. That might be inappropriate. Which brings us to the name of this podcast. Have we decided? I think
we did.
I think that's so we are the completely inappropriate podcast because, well, we tend to be completely inappropriate whenever we're talking to each other.
Two idiots just fucking trying to be two guys.
Oh, trying to be two guys. That is a very difficult thing in society today, but even harder when you don't know how to be a guy. So what seems to be the trouble in your male experience?
I don't know. I would say that fucking not having anybody to hang out with, but that gives me room to grow, you know?
Well, the problem is that we're supposed to be hunting and gathering, and all that consists of is a 5-minute trip to the grocery store now.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of reason for guys to actually enjoy each other's company. There's just way too much testosterone involved most of the time.
I was just talking about that
until
earlier. Not
this
that,
area.
but the whole fucking devolution things, which is what you were fucking saying about when we reconnected. That
Devo.
fucking... No, yeah, that we used to have so many fucking pounds of pressure in our jaws that we could just fucking tear away at a meat. I just pick up an animal and just bite and tear into it.
Yeah, but the need for that has been eliminated ever since we started cooking our food and breaking down the proteins before they're even in the mouth. In your throat hole.
Yeah, and then now we have to fucking... Well, we don't... Yeah, I guess we do. Fucking season it up and fucking give it a little flavor. But no, I mean, that's like fucking seeing a lion grill a gazelle.
They would if they could.
But
They would if they could.
they don't have to.
I mean, all animals prefer a nice cooked meal. It's just... But, yeah, if their stomachs can handle it, that broken down meat is always preferable too. That's why bears will often bury their meat for a good portion of the time, not just to save what they've killed and haven't gorged themselves on initially, but afterwards it breaks down the meat and makes it a little bit easier for them to eat.
It's like with us, we're chewing gum, we'll go to a nice restaurant, we'll put it under the plate, save it for later.
That's so inappropriate. So inappropriate. You don't do that.
Some people do.
I mean,
I don't do that.
do that.
No, I don't chew
don't
gum
know.
anymore.
So-
but I haven't chewed gum in
So I'm happy
forever.
you dressed for occasion. You got your nice
I look
silk,
like a fucking hobo.
silk shorts on.
That's my go-to.
That's sexy. Hey, I went healthy bottoms too. I got mine nice.
Like, I shit you not, if I don't look
Jogging
like a
pants on.
hobo, people will not recognize me.
I went through that phase last year. I did this whole running thing, which you followed me on Instagram. I decided I was gonna go from running 2 miles at max to be able to run a 30-miler for my 30th birthday. Give myself a year. Didn't make it. Only did the marathon. I think I did a half a mile more. Marathon's 26.2 miles. I did 27 miles. So I crapped out at the end there.
Yeah,
but
because you had like a cankle sore or some shit.
no, man, because it ended up being the hottest day of the fucking year. It was like the first day of summer.
it
That
wasn't
was
in July.
over 105 degrees that day.
Yeah.
It was not. It was in June. Our birthday, June
Yeah.
8th. Not
Yeah.
July.
No, I'm saying that it wasn't even
June.
July, because apparently the hottest month of the season
June
of the
checks.
year over here is in July.
Yeah, no, but it's been terrible ever since. I think I've ran like 4 miles since then in the last 3 months. Terrible. I need to get back out there.
No, but then being a fucking marathon runner, it's fucking, it sucks when it comes to the fucking sexy time. Because I remember when I was in the military, I would run 15 miles per hour, and I would struggle
You
with
mean 15
with-
miles at a time?
yeah.
Definitely didn't run 15
Yeah,
miles an hour
no,
for
because
15
I'm
miles,
fucking,
I'm sure.
I'm retarded right now. It's
It's
still
a good
morning.
try,
Leave me
though.
alone. But no, because I would run 15 miles a day, and when it came to fucking getting busy with the ladies, it would take me for fucking ever to fucking finish. And I'm like, God damn it!
That
and
is
they
the
would
thing.
tap
Yeah,
out on
well,
me.
because your heart rate is so used to being so high
It's the
that
stamina.
yeah, you just you're able to calm and take the
last
breath
longer.
a little bit more. That's true. I have been slightly shorter than average as far as the duration goes. Huh? Interesting. I better get back out there. I gotta get back out there soon.
No,
Actually,
but-
she probably appreciates it. She gets pretty sick of me.
Yeah,
after
because
a while.
it would get to a point where they'd fucking tap out on me and they're like, no, I'm tired. I'm like, damn it, I need to get mine.
They're just not tired of you fucking dropping your weight on them. So you ran 15 miles a day. Why aren't you taking care of yourself now? This is a stipulation between us. I'm very upset with you.
Things happen, as you know, and well, in the fucking long story short, I stopped giving a fuck. But now,
You got a reason to give
Now-
a fuck.
yeah, now I'm like, you know what, fucking fulfillment and all that bullshit. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I just bought fucking, not supplements, but fucking stupid shake mix thingy for, I guess it is, because I bought it from the
Is
fucking
it protein?
supplement. It's not protein. It's fucking aminos and shit.
Oh, some
Uh,
BCA. I got a thing of BCAs you can have there that I just crapped out on. I've
Right.
got no reason for them.
I'm not crack into it.
I'm not a big fan of pre-workouts. I started off a few years when I started working out a few years ago. I started off using pre-workouts and stuff.
I've never done pre-workouts. I've always fucking all natural.
Well, yes, as people who know me know, I used to have quite a bit of drug problems.
Yeah.
So now when it comes to the pre-workouts, it's just too much like fucking taking speed or fucking a bump of coke every time. Like before you start working out, it just, if I'm gonna elevate my heart rate, I'd rather just go pound the pavement for a little while. But
That's hard on your knees.
not if you run properly. I used to have real bad ankle problems, and it forced me to learn a proper way of running on the 4 feet instead of heel toe, which a lot of
Right.
people do.
Yeah.
Which is fine for a lot of people as long as they've got a mid to high arch, but I'm fairly flat-footed. So if I don't run on the 4
I'm
foot,
semi-arched.
yeah, it'll just, that's when I start getting that plantar fasciitis issue or collapse. Maybe, Anyway, you want to go running?
Oh,
Are you interested in ever starting up
this
again?
weight? No, because I also have the runner's knees.
I mean, we
fucking
can start just
I
walking.
fucked up my body. I fucking punished my body when I was in the fucking military. So, fucking best thing to do is go fucking little by little, which I have been, which is what I was getting at. I'm like little by little, but I'm getting there because I was
Yeah,
weighing.
that's
I
all that matters.
was weighing at fucking 320 pounds.
Well, now we haven't discussed anything as far as like what you're doing. We've made it quite an issue for like the last month to not ask certain. I've made it a very specific issue to not ask certain things because I wanted to save them and be surprised.
That's
on this
why
podcast.
I came with a fucking blank mind and an open heart. I'm like, well, this guy said he's got questions to fucking shoot. So I'm like,
Yeah,
how about
I'm a
let's make
curious
first
person.
episode all about me, as it should be.
Okay, well, Mr. Frank Tobias, or is
Yes,
it Tobias
yes.
Frank or
It's-
Frank
no,
Tobias? Tobias.
It's Tobias.
Tobias.
Yeah,
That's
it's actually
a sexy
Hebrew.
name. My
Oh, you're the
my.
one that thinks that. I love you.
It's a beautiful name. My wife was like, I've never met anyone named Tobias. What a cool name. They're like, I agree. So I like him. I don't know. Then that was one of the first questions I want to ask. Do you prefer Frank or would you rather be called Tobias?
Well, a lot of people call me
Frank.
by my last name because they've known me for so long. Like fucking people that I played soccer with back in high school or people in the fucking military.
Your last name being Frank.
My last name being Tobias.
Tobias.
Yeah, and then some people just fucking keep it short and call me Toby. It used to be like I used to introduce myself like fucking musicians call me Toby, but then like when I got back into the fucking music showbiz fucking type thing, nobody fucking called me Toby.
It was Francis.
It was like Frank, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, really? Not
Yeah.
even Francis?
No,
For your
I'm
musical
like,
community, you know? My name is Francis. I'd like to play for you a composition I've put together last week while I studied with my balls in my hand.
They usually just hang.
They do. They do. A little to the left or a little to the right? Which side do you dress? These are important questions.
Well, I only notice when I'm drying myself. I'm like, I pick up one leg, like, hey, look, it's dangling down that way, and I pick up the other leg, I'm like, oh. But I don't know. I guess
It's kind of which came first, the chicken or the egg. Was it already there before I looked, or is it there because when I looked, I moved a certain way? You know what I mean?
yeah.
We all kind of move our body,
Body
shift
movement.
our ways naturally one way or the other. I always wonder, was it hanging there all day that way? Or is it like when your nostrils clear up, one side's clear, the other clear, an hour later, the other side's clear, one side's clear?
Yeah,
Does it
you breathe
does it-
through one nostril, but you don't notice that because you're fucking going about your day, but you
Yeah.
regular jack off.
Yeah, so which? Do we know? Do we have an answer?
I don't know.
Do
I
we
want to
just-
say because when I stand, it feels like it's hanging this way, so I'm like, okay, that's how it is naturally. But then I'm like, no, when it sits, it probably spills to the other side.
Spills over, huh?
Yeah,
Is
or
it
topples over? I don't know.
Ah.
You can feel these things, yeah. So then the question is,
Interesting. It depends on the
which
nut
is
to
my
shaft
natural
proportion,
set?
I suppose. And is one
Yeah.
nut larger than the other nut? Because if it's now say you're
Probably.
hanging, you're standing up, you got one nut, hanging low, and the other. So you're naturally gonna fall to the right, or fall to the left, depending on which way that lower ball is hanging. And then when you sit down, that lower ball hikes up. It could just shift that shaft right on over to the other side.
see, this is why, from what I've seen, most guys, because there are some guys, but most guys cannot cross their legs. Like I try it, and it fucking crushes my wee-wees, and I'm like, God
you
damn
know
it,
what,
how do
now-
people do it? Not like that. That's
See,
fine.
I've got
'cause there's space.
malleable areas though.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't have
But,
a
like,
lot.
if you go,
I don't have a lot like thigh wise.
Yeah, but if you cross all the way,
Oh, I
like
could
a
do that.
chick.
Yeah, but think of it. It's because my thighs aren't as big and beautiful as yours. Mine are nice,
Yeah.
thin,
I got
luscious,
them thunder
loose.
thighs.
I got runner's thin thighs, so everything just kind of just hops right on over the leg.
So you have that.
Of course, it's a bit of a scoop. I couldn't just
You have a man's thigh gap.
No thigh gap. No, I used to when I was a kid, and I thought about it once. I read one of those Teen Vogue magazines that my sisters had laying around, and it said that if you put your legs together, your knees are touching, your thighs are gapped, you are probably underweight. So
Yeah.
I took that to concern when I was a kid, and I started like doing more shit outside and running and shit,
Yeah, but then there's
eating more and
the
whatnot.
width of your gentleman's equipment would probably cover up most of that gap, or maybe not.
I'm a grower,
I don't know.
not necessarily a shower. I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. I've had
have
no
a growing
complaints.
curve.
I've had no complaints, but I have had statements saying X's were bigger, which is, always
You're always gonna
disconcerting in
get
the
that.
moment.
There's always somebody better than
She
you.
was kind of a hoe anyway, so it's kind of hard. I mean, the odds were in her
Was
favor.
she really a hoe?
It was very Hunger Games
Nowadays,
issues.
nowadays the fucking terms similar to hoe have lost their meaning.
Yeah,
Just
well,
everyone's
no,
fucking
'cause-
sexually active. It's healthy to practice.
Now,
your
I've heard
sexuality.
this. I've heard that. I mean, you hear it on, like, other podcasts. People talk about this whole issue that the youth are overly sexualized. But
There's
apparently...
such a thing as over-sexualized.
But apparently they're not. They're all just exposing themselves to all this sexual
because you got Tinder and Bumble and
but they're not
fucking-
actually experiencing it firsthand. Apparently, teenagers of all demographics are having less sex now than they were 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, I also picked up on that. Like, for
yeah,
a while.
this is a new thing.
God, am I showing my age right now? No.
We're, I mean, roughly the same age.
Roughly, but
and regardless, it doesn't matter what age you are. It's
right. Not I know that apparently because I read a few months back, maybe a year or two back, that guys in their fucking early 20s aren't getting laid as much as girls in their fucking early 20s, because girls in their early 20s are going after guys well over their mid 20s.
I feel like that's
20s,
always
early
been a
30s.
thing, though. I mean, that's been American tradition ever since colonial fucking England moved their asses on down here to get away from fucking religious persecution. These people just came down and started having coming of age parties. What are they called? We have them as quinceañeras. What are they for the
Sweet 16?
non-brown? Yeah, but they're Dutch, not Dutch. What the fuck? Anyway, they had these big parties to bring their girls out at the age of 13, 14, 15.
Oh, like a father-daughter dance?
No. I'm talking about like colonial times. I mean, even then, back before that, we've been having women married off by the age of 12, 13 to 30, 40-year-old men, which was important because you needed people
life expectancy was like
you
till
needed
their
children
mid-30s.
to take care of you in your old age because, hospice wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
So
you'd be lucky if you were to age to 40.
yeah,
Like,
so women have always been in a position where they were having coitus at younger ages than men, and it's always been, unless it's been in areas where it's kind of been looked the other way when they were a little sexually aggressive towards the women. Then, but in a proper society where boys are checked for that kind of shit, yeah, women tend to call the shots, and they tend to prefer men with experience and maybe a little more money than the younger
Yeah,
guys.
but then when I read that, I kind of felt bad. I'm like, oh, some fucking poor schmuck isn't getting laid because the fucking guys in their 30s.
And then you
And then
realized
I'm
it
like,
was you.
yeah, and then
not
I'm
getting
like,
laid
oh, wait.
because of the guys
No,
in their 30s.
no,
and now
no,
you're
no.
the guy in your 30s
Yeah.
taking the little girls away because you're a pervert.
No, I'm not a
sir.
pervert. I'm
No, you're just completely inappropriate with the age of your girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. No, because then I'm like, oh, this poor guy.
Allegedly.
I should
Now let's clarify because this is going to be posted. We're not talking underage, just inappropriately aged for you. Can we say that's fair?
Well, that's the name of the show. Well, it's completely inappropriate.
Well, so what else, man? What do we got?
What? No, because I was telling you, I'm like, fucking... Oh, yeah,
Just
so then
shut.
I'm like, now I'm fucking the guy in the 30s stealing them away, but I'm like, no, I want to fucking...
Now you want
like
to settle down.
push... No, like push girls of his age and be like, hey, fucking, maybe he's got a good dick. But according to Twitter, that 30-year-old dick is to die for. And I'm like, huh, if only I was a chick. Or gay. I don't know.
I'm so confused on the direction this went.
I was finishing my
you're-
thought about the whole fucking...
Right, but then you went to dick, so you're
Dick.
in the end. Usually yours in your own hand.
Yeah.
It's,
or life.
it's unfortunate. I'm married, and 9 times out of 10, it ends with my dick in my own hand. So don't worry about it.
Or life's long dick, or the long dick of the law.
Known to fuck people over. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. But you're let's get back to you.
Me.
Let's talk about your animosity towards general government. General
Okay,
government, not
yeah.
our government in particular, just all government in general.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you believe no government is the best solution, and just breaking it down to the people all make their own decisions.
Well, not entirely all government. The thing is, fucking, no one has a say in your life more than you. No one has fucking power over your life than you, right? And so then in this great country we call America.
I don't know. My wife has quite a bit of power over me.
Wow.
Let's just clarify that there's no individual that has complete autonomy. I mean, you're at the mercy and whim of whoever built your car and whoever hires you and whoever raises you, and all that shit is shit.
Right, but you can always just up and leave, right?
It's an option.
Right, but you don't take that option
But is it an
because
option?
your fucking heart is in this.
Right, there are plenty of people who will just up and leave a bad situation and jump right headfirst into
Not
a
you,
worse
'cause you
one.
love being mistreated. Just like me.
No, I've put myself in good position. I've jumped far away. How did we get back on me? I thought we were talking about you today.
I'm not deflecting, but I was using the example.
I'm just saying, I'm quite unhappy with my current situation.
Right, but I was saying
made the
no
right
one
decisions for myself.
has authority over your life than you. And you're like, well, my wife.
I mean, my wife, yeah. And I definitely am at the mercy and whim of my son 9 times out of 10. But my problem is, like, I still got to answer to my boss at work. Like, I can't just up and quit.
Right, but your
then
boss
I'm
isn't
homeless,
saying,
you know
your
what
boss
I mean?
isn't saying, hey, fucking, you have no right to live. Go fucking off yourself.
You would be surprised.
Okay, maybe saying that.
It might
like,
be. It
just
might
fucking
come up
being an
at some
asshole,
point.
or
Yeah, I'm told
fucking-
I'm very difficult to communicate with. I'm not sure where that comes from.
I can tell.
But I've been told
'Cause-
that it gets a little difficult.
Yeah, I've been told I make things difficult too.
No, not in the slightest. Not in this. I really don't understand that yet. We haven't gotten that deep into this conversation.
Yeah, you haven't even taken off on the whole fucking my view of government thing.
Well, we're not trying to do that yet. That's a whole conversation in itself. We're trying to touch on little pieces of you. The pieces of you.
Okay, well, that's where it stems from. Fucking, individual liberties. I believe in individual liberties.
Libertad.
Yeah. That's what it
Multicultural
boils down
podcast. Okay, so you're an anarchist.
No.
Chaos-driven anarchist,
No.
just looking to
I'm a
topple the
fucking
government when
libertarian.
librarian? You're a librarian?
Well,
So you were in the military.
yeah, it was.
How long were you in?
4 years.
Why?
Well, because...
Did you need the money?
Not really.
Did you need the direction?
No.
Was it just like your friends
The
went in and pulled your dick
No,
to come
the
along?
incentive is, hey, free college. But
Yeah, how'd that-
no, I actually fucking just wanted to fucking go to combat. Fucking scratch something off my bucket list.
So bucket list wasn't this. It was ever since you were a kid. It was kind of a thing that you wanted to do. I understand that. I definitely wanted to enlist. At first, I always thought I was gonna do the Navy growing up because I had an uncle who had joined, and we were a little black sheep of the family kind of thing. So I thought I'd just follow in his footsteps. And then when it came to it, I think I ended up having a recruiter come to my house and talk to my parents, and my parents just told me, no, not till you're 18. We're not signing off. You can't go. I think I was 16, 17. I was trying to take off.
I've never had a recruiter come to fucking
Well, I
my
asked them
parents'
to.
home.
Like, I had looked for them when they went to the
my
school.
recruiter was saying, yeah, I'll go to your home and fucking talk to your parents. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And they never did.
Then later on, I was going to do the National Guard, and they didn't want me yet because I had to detox because I was heavy
Always
into
high.
I've
You're
been
like
always
the
high
brown
since
Jim
I was
Morrison.
19.
Except you weren't.
It was mostly
music
weed
as
though,
much.
man. I mean, I didn't drink till I was 22 years old, but I smoked weed since I was 16.
Yeah, I was there. You were like, fucking, no, I don't drink.
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm thinking of drinking.
there was some guy with our same birthday too.
Yeah, because you had gone through a fucking horrible breakup.
Well, that's how we met. Was
Yeah.
through this. Let's call her a woman. Let's call her not a demon,
Well,
not a terrible human being who had insane
No, 'cause
narcissistic.
I've always felt her fucking, I guess, maternal side.
Hey, I understood her
Like-
too. There's a reason I wanted to marry her, but when
Oh,
she
I
ends
forgot
up
about that.
when she ends up pregnant with her neighbor's kid, it's kind of hard to follow through certain plans.
Yeah. Well, life happens,
I mean, inside her belly, after a guy spread his seed.
So I believe that life begins at conception.
I believe life begins. I have no opinion as to capable of control.
Now whose phone is going
So
off?
no, that's my watch.
Your stupid
Good
Star Trek
God,
watch.
my Star Watch. No, what's it called now? What is Trump calling that whole shebang? That it's not Star Wars. It's not Nixon. Reagan. Star
the Star
Wars.
Force?
The Star Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Right, and
Yeah,
Reagan was 80.
Yeah, Reagan was
9.
president when the fucking Berlin Wall fell.
So that was, you know what? I'm not gonna get into history. I'm sorry. I've been reading a lot of books right now. I thought I was gonna get all intellectual on you for a second.
But you did it with confidence, though.
I did go in with confidence, but I backed out with grace, I think, and aplomb.
With the same amount of confidence. Like, I'm confident, I'm fuck this up.
I'm fucking this up. Let me. So, Frank, how are you doing today?
What the fuck were we talking? You were something about the fucking moon, and I
Well, because I was
gonna ask
distracting
you.
from the fact that we're talking about my ex-girlfriend, which is the person, my ex-fiance, which is the reason I started drinking at the age of 22.
Yeah, and I was there. You're like, fucking, alright, fucking.
Off of,
I never
like,
drank,
off of
but I'm starting
punch.
to drink
It
now.
was my first drink. It was jungle juice, is what everyone was calling it. This just igloo tankard
It's a
full
concoction
of
of
an
fucking-
amalgamation of crap and alcohol wine.
Yeah.
Got wasted on that and went to work the next day. Thus began my long career for 7 years drinking pretty steadily. I think by the time before I quit drinking, I was drinking like 2 handles a week by myself of scotch or bourbon, whatever I can get my hands on.
Bourbon,
Neat,
yeah.
too. I wasn't a mixer guy. I was just killing my liver straight. I hated ice, too. No ice. Don't water my shit down.
Well,
I like
nowadays,
full flavor.
a lot of people hate ice.
That's our government talk for you.
Not me though. I'm like, well,
Some people are against ice nowadays.
yeah. But what happened? No, I went through the same thing. My last year in the Marine Corps, I fucking went through a horrible depression over a girl again, and it happened that.
I mean, you were in the military. I was in a drugged haze. I ended up addicted because I was bored.
Yeah, but now because you were
was so
bored, you
fucking
started a podcast.
And yeah, exactly. I'm still an addict from hell. I went from fucking running 2 miles a fucking week to running like. Literally, I was up to like 50 miles a week the last couple months just to run a 30-mile fucking run for the sake of running. I didn't enter a competition or enter a race. I just straight up went and decided I was going to run.
One addiction for another.
Just one addiction for the other. And for the last 3 months, I haven't run, I haven't done shit, and I've been feeling like fucking massive depression come hit me again. I like almost quit my job and put in applications to all these other places, and all I wanted was something else to focus on. And then we started talking about this, and I knew I was a week away, and things just started feeling real good this week leading up to this.
Somebody else, because somebody might bump into this and be like, "Hey, this is pretty enjoyable."
God,
Bad,
it's like coming
but
to
enjoyable,
us to
and
feel
then,
better.
And then be like, "Hey, you guys fucking inspired
But that's so
me
cliche.
to do
That's what
something."
every
But it
podcast
happened.
says. That I'm not looking
But
for
if
that.
it
I don't
happens-
care if it helps anybody. If it does, great. I'm like Eminem. I don't give a fuck. But if it helps somebody, all right, cool.
Oh,
I'm
I
alright
thought
with
you
that.
melted in my mouth, not in my hands.
Eminem. I just feel like Eminem should have had a rapper on there in his D12 unit, G unit, whatever the hell they call it, named Oreo. Or was it coconut? Is what they call like me. Like I'm brown, but I'm very homogenized to the American way. So they call us coconuts. We're brown but white on the inside. Black people Oreos because they're black, white on the inside. And then you got the anti Oreo. What are those called?
Anti-Oreo.
Vanilla on the outside, black.
Inverted
The
Oreos.
inverted Oreos. Yeah, they're so odd.
What? Yeah, I knew this.
Have they
kid.
made those, or am I just? Maybe that was a dream.
We're probably fucking
I'm
high
not-
right now.
I'm not yet. Not yet. I'm not allowed to be. It's not legal in Texas.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean you
Apparently,
can't.
CBD is still illegal to possess.
No,
There was this old lady that got busted at an airport here in Texas because she was carrying a CBD cream for her arthritis, but it had, she didn't have a prescription for it. So you still need a prescription for CBD in Texas.
Yeah,
You can still. There are several smoke shops that'll still sell it because we went and bought some for my father-in-law a while back. But apparently, what we did was illegal. The only reason I purchased it for him was because I thought it was cool.
Well,
I've tried to clean up my act.
there's actually a CBD shop down here on Nolana, and I'm like, if it's illegal, why would they be?
Because it's not
selling
illegal to sell it, and I think you do have to have a permit to sell it.
Do you?
But I'm sure people don't, because you can still order it online from people who have those permits.
I mean, if you need a permit and the shop is just selling them without asking for permits, then they can get shut down.
Right.
But what happened? I don't know. I might need to speak with the owner and try to like iron that out, and then come back and tell you about it and be like,
Get
hey,
him as a sponsor. We need sponsors.
Oh, sponsor.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put like hosting domain.
You're getting ahead of
costs and
yourself.
whatnot.
First, we have to make sure we don't suck.
I mean, whether we suck or not, there's plenty of podcasts out there that do suck that are still running. Like,
Name one.
I don't listen to them
Because they
suck. Duh.
Okay.
This is for our humanity,
Sanity.
our humanity too. Turn into animals without fucking all this getting out somehow.
Yeah, just want to make sure you're not like one of those people like, oh, I just fucking watch it to make fun of it. You're like,
No.
because you like it.
No, I watch
think they
everything.
call them guilty
Actually,
pleasures.
I called my wife out on that yesterday because we were watching Last Man Standing with Tim Allen. Very interesting show. I just canceled Hulu, but I got a month to get through it. I was like, let's see if there's one more show I could find on there. I was like, I used to like Home Improvement. Let's give this a go. So there's an episode where Kim Kardashian comes out. I'm always like, oh my god, it's Kim Kardashian. I was like, I looked at her like, and she like, what? I'm just saying, I don't like her. I was like, nobody gets that excited for anybody that they're not at least partially interested in. You can't pretend that you're not excited to see her after that reaction.
Yeah,
And
your
finally,
body betrayed
it's like,
you.
you realize that just because I refuse to watch it with you, I'm not gonna tell you what not to, what to watch or what you're not allowed to watch.
Right.
And she finally was like, okay, yeah, I like her. I just like Chloe more, or Kylie, or whatever,
There it
like the
is.
makeup line one. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I understand what you're saying, but you were very excited to see Kim Kardashian, right? I was like, okay, I do. Okay, thank you. Like, you don't have to thank me for letting you like what you like. Like, you act like I'm, just breaking my heart.
Would that be considered guilty pleasure? Because I never understood that. How is
Yes,
something a
if
guilty
you feel
pleasure?
guilty for liking something because society guilts you into feeling bad, then it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but it's
If you feel
what I
guilted in
like.
any
Why
way,
would I feel guilty?
because people are sensitive. People just don't like to be made fun of.
Yeah, but see, if you make fun of yourself for liking said thing, you're taking that away from them. They can't make fun of you for
Right,
it.
but
because
why
you're
should
fucking...
even you make fun of yourself? Like, she was saying, well, I don't really like him. Like, she was trying to justify that small reaction. Like, you don't even have to justify it to yourself if you enjoy
like
it.
that.
But you like it. I heard it. It came from the heart.
I don't know. I guess people are just wired different because I'm like, what is this guilty pleasure?
Yeah, some people like meth, some people like Coke. It's just people are wired different.
Some people like Pepsi.
Caffeine, where did my coffee go?
Like, you left it in the microwave, guy.
Moving on. What was the last book you read?
Ooh,
Was it one of those Sharon Tate ones? Or
no,
what was her name?
fucking
Kristen
Tate.
Teigen? Kristen Teigen?
Kristen B. Tate.
Kristen Tate.
Yeah.
How did I actually? A part of me knew the name, the title.
Yeah, but you're saying Sharon Tate because
I
you
said
want to see
Sharon
that one
Tate
movie.
and Christy Teigen. I kind of had the idea.
Yeah.
Who's Sharon Tate? Isn't she the one who
Sharon
died
Tate-
from?
Yeah,
who
yeah.
got killed?
Fucking back in the summer of '69.
It was the summer of '69.
Yeah, that fucking
Sorry, that's
movie
sad.
just came out this weekend. And I'm like, should I see it? Should I not? Because I'm like, what's
A
the big
movie
deal
about
It's-
Charles Manson?
Yeah, kind of.
The cult.
Kind of. It's
With
a
personality?
Tarantino movie. So it's like fucking...
Once Upon a Time in
so he's
Hollywood?
mixing... Yeah.
That has to be it.
Yeah,
Because it was
that's
all
it.
in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, and he's mixing fucking... I don't want to say fantasy, but fucking fiction with fucking reality.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Okay.
fan of that. I understand.
They call it historical fiction.
I understand enhancing the facts. You know what I mean? Like, you want to
Like-
make it more presentable in a movie. You big things up. You add explosions when it was just a shot fired at a wall or something.
Yeah.
I get that. But to completely rewrite history is confusing the shit out of people. I guarantee you there are people who legitimately believe Abraham Lincoln slayed fucking vampires. And
it's a fun concept.
It's like all these Area 51 documentaries with Bob Lazar. Like, yeah, he got some things right, but is it impossible to think that maybe he just says this for, like, dramatic effect? Like, he doesn't want to do any more interviews, but he's gonna do the biggest interview ever.
Yeah, Area 51, like those fucking assholes that are gonna fucking storm Naruto Run.
There was a great shirt. There was a great shirt. It was the Area 51 5K run. They can't catch us all. With like a guy who was running, sprinting, doing the Naruto run. It was great shirt. Went to the website though. It seemed like a what are they called? Scammer. One of those.
Probably.
I did that once. Went and ordered some shoes on one of those pop-up Instagram things, and
yeah,
a week later the website was shut down and I was out like $12.50.
That's what happened with my fucking beard comb.
Yeah, don't purchase anything on Instagram.
I learned that the hard way.
Public service announcement right here, right now. Do not order anything from Instagram. If you see something on there you like, go to Amazon. Look for it there. You'll get the best price. I promise. Just don't mess with Instagram.
Yeah, because I got a beard comb straightener thing off of Instagram.
Oh, I wanted that.
Yeah.
I can't wait till this grows out.
It's like the worst.
We're going to have to change our name to the Two Bearded Bastards.
Worst fucking $26 ever spent online.
Oh yeah, no, I ordered like 3 pairs of those $12.99 shoes. That was like $45.
And then like fucking I ordered that, and fucking as soon as I ordered it, the fucking ad disappeared, whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, no sweat. Fucking free returns. If I don't like it, I'll just look in the box. Fucking whatever. Well, the box was fucking. It just had the fucking picture. It didn't have fucking directions or anything. And I'm like, motherfuckers. And then about a month or two ago, fucking the ads start popping up again. And I let them know. And I'm like, hey, fucking.
They never respond.
No, they did. I'm like, hey, that thing fucking sucks. I'm like, fucking. I
got nothing.
Yeah, I told him, like, I fucking leave it heated for fucking an hour or 4 hours. Doesn't make a difference. It still doesn't do anything. And the guy's like, well, I fucking guarantee you that one is not as good as this one. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's the same damn one.
So he's trying to sell you a different one or what?
Yeah, and he stopped replying. And then somebody else fucking replied with, yeah, I got the same thing too. And I'm like, what the fuck ever happened to fucking customer service? Fucking, you know.
God, this podcast is never gonna make it.
It's
never gonna make it. We're never gonna make it past the first like 3 episodes.
At least we tried.
That's okay.
And we tried with confidence.
Just trying to get.
Even though it was awkward at first.
Well, you were awkward. I
make
guess.
Everything awkward.
We'll just
part
trim
of my
that
charm.
out. We'll trim that out. I'll have to trim out that certain thing I just did too.
Yeah, like you're gonna trim my fat.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
I am fine. Look at me.
Fine.
Look at all this.
Yes, fine. You look good. But
have you seen those fucking coming out videos of fucking
I'm coming out.
No, like coming out atheists, not coming out of that other closet. No, there's this one
coming
where
out as
fucking,
an atheist?
Yeah. There's
What's
one
the point?
There's this kid. I don't know.
What's the point? You need people to know. It's just as bad as people saying that. Hey,
to get other people.
Hey, have you heard the good Lord Jesus Christ in your life and whatnot? Like, yes, I've heard of him.
There's probably some teenager over there fucking struggling with coming out, and they see the fucking videos and like, oh, okay, so I can gauge the reaction or whatever. But I mean, you should fucking be able to read the room, Gamora.
You know who you're dealing with. You know the people you're surrounding yourself with, and 9 times out of 10, these people coming out as atheists are doing exactly the same reason that people that find God come out to everybody else. They just need the attention and everybody to think about how special they are because they found God, or how special they are because they found the truth that God doesn't exist, or they found their own personal truth that animus is still a thing and every animal has its own life force and reason for being in this world and we must respect their souls. Like, it's just ideas to communicate their unique brand. I'm fucking Dr. Seuss. It doesn't matter.
You're fucking Dr. Seuss?
I fucked Dr. Seuss once.
I thought he was dead.
No, he'd lost his practice though. Yeah, they stripped him of his title. He stripped me and then they stripped him. It was completely inappropriate.
Sounds like a gay old time.
It was completely inappropriate. Yeah.
No, because there's this video fucking that keeps playing in my mind every time fucking, you know, this whole fucking I haven't come out as atheist thing comes up, but which isn't often. But no, What happened? Yeah, this kid is all like, hey, mom, dad, fucking, I'm an atheist. And then the mom just fucking loses it. And she's like, come Christmas, you're not getting any presents. Because that's what it is. Christmas. And I'm like, no, it's not, lady. Christmas is not the fucking birth of Christ.
It looks like we lost our video.
God damn it. Turn on.
Well, is that a mark that we should maybe call it here? And save the rest for another day?
Maybe. I don't know. How much do we have?
Let's see. Well,
Damn you, phone.
we'll be right back after these important messages.
Ah, messages my ass.
And we're back. So we're at 55 minutes, everybody. We're going to, I think, call this. What do you say, Frank?
I was just going to talk to you about that thing I forgot I was going to talk to you about.
Well, let's think about that thing you thought you were going to think about to mention to me, and we'll get to it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you that's how the whole fucking thing, fucking zombie thing came about. Fucking, because they wouldn't bury their fucking dead 6 feet under. They just bury them basically fucking on the fucking surface. And
Yeah,
just pile
3
rocks.
feet down.
And then fucking the fucking bodies would fucking debury themselves and be like, oh my god. And there's also this fungus that looks like fucking.
How England did they do above ground?
No, here
funerals?
in
I know they do pyres.
Yeah,
but that was funeral. That was to burn. You couldn't just leave bodies out there.
Yeah, they would dig like fucking 2-3 feet and then fucking put the body there, and then through time they'd fucking pop up. Like either the fucking
they
dirt would be blown away.
Enough. Oh, okay, I see what
fucking-
you're saying.
yeah.
It's the regular breaking down of the material on top of it.
And there's a fungus called fucking zombie hands, fingers. I don't know.
That sounds like bullshit.
No, yeah, because it looks
I'm
like fucking.
smelling crap.
It's fungus, the fungi that they look like fucking fingers. And they, so they call it fucking dead man's hand or some bullshit.
Oh.
Dead man's hand, that's fucking aces.
Okay,
and
that's cool. That's a terrible song. Terrible song.
What, Dead Man's Hand?
I guess.
I don't know that was a song.
Sounded like a song, so I just went with it. Anyway, that was a great way to end the podcast. I don't know what ended up bringing about the zombie talk, but that's where we're at. So we talked about Frank a little bit. We got a little bit into how we met through my ex, and learned a little bit about.
Got a little into you.
Got a little into me. Got a little into you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little though. Just a tip. We just got our tips. Just our tips a little moist. Moist. I know so many people don't like that word.
Right.
So there we are. There we have it. We're at just about an hour. We'll probably cut this down. Hopefully get it down to 45 minutes or so and see where we can throw this up. And you guys can listen next time. Hopefully we'll have a new one of these up every week.
Hopefully it won't suck.
Whether you're too concerned about other people's opinion. You know, Buddha has one rule really only to remember. It's like we are never happy.
Nope.
When we have what we want more, and we want it to last longer. When we don't have what we want, we're just worried about what we want. And this causes suffering. To eliminate suffering, you must eliminate want. If you eliminate your need for this to be a good podcast, it will be. Now, it won't be good, it won't be bad, it will simply be, and you will be content.
Then
and
I don't want anything.
Perfect. And with that, thank you, everybody. This has been Completely Inappropriate with Frank and Tony. Say bye. Say bye,
Farewell.
Frank.